In 1866, the Orissa famine was a part of a longer stretch of decades of famine, drought, poor colonial management, and terrible living conditions under the British Raj in India. Here we see the main subject of this video, the representation of one of the most devastating periods in Indian history, known as Famine in India, painted by William Simpson in 1866. This watercolored image on a 9x13 piece of woven paper suggests that the initial intention of the creation of this artwork was for documentation in a sketchbook of sorts. William Simpson, born in 1823, died in 1899, was a Scottish-born artist, war correspondent, and illustrator for the London News who had a knack for documenting global conditions during wartime and disasters, such as his residency in India for roughly 2 decades in the 1850s and 1860s, during which a famine caused by drought and poor policies by the British leadership ran rampant over the ill-prepared Indian people. Taking in the entire landscape of famine in India, we notice the little amounts of detail in the image so as to not draw the eye of the viewer to a clearer area. In doing so, the focus is drawn immediately to the larger object, the bull deity. The next aspect the eye picks up after taking in the grandeur of the sacred Hindu bull, Nandi, is the scattering of women, children, and men who seem to be begging and praying for relief from the famine. Another interesting aspect of the scene depicted is the lack of implied space for the Indian people to escape to. Simpson's choice to show this scene on seemingly the bank of a river suggests a sense of entrapment and nowhere else to turn.